Knuffle Bunny Too! Are you ready for the second instalment in the Knuffle Bunny book series? I'm so excited. Can you see? She's all grown up. Do you remember her name? That's right, it's Trixie. In the first book, she was just a toddler, wasn't she? She had a kind of tuft of hair and only 5 teeth. Look, she's all grown up. She's taller. Her hair is longer. She looks more confident. You didn't read the first Knuffle Bunny or watch the video? You need to go back and watch my first video of Knuffle Bunny, and then you'll be ready to enjoy the second book, okay? So go away and come back. But for everyone else, let's just recap on what happened in the first book. There's Knuffle Bunny. And what happened? She lost him, didn't she? But the problem was, could she tell her dad that she'd lost him? Do you remember where she lost him? That's right, in the washing machine in the laundrette. And so she tried to tell her dad, and she said, "Aggle flaggle glabble, Numpy snap." And did her dad understand? Nope. Sometimes adults can be really annoying. But by the end of the book, she was reunited with her beloved cuddly toy. And then she said her very first words, which were, that's right, Knuffle Bunny. The first words she ever said were the name of her cuddly. So, Knuffle Bunny Too, a case of mistaken identity by Mo Willems. Now, can I tell you a secret? Shh. I have a big crush on Mo Willems. I think he's amazing. He writes the best words and draws the best pictures. Any book with his name on, if you see it, Mo Willems, pick it up. You're guaranteed a treat. Okay, but shh, don't tell anyone I said that. Let's find out what's going to happen in this book. The first pages are never exciting. They're always blank. But the second page, can you see? There are pairs of Knuffle bunnies. Very mysterious. Do you remember the first book? It had the washing machines with Knuffle Bunny stuck inside it, not looking very happy. And then it's the photo wall. Got picture frames with the photos of the family. There's the day her mum and dad got married. There's the day Trixie was born. There they are taking her out for a walk in a baby pouch. And, oh look, that's the photo that Dad took at the end of the first book. The moment she was reunited and said her first words. So this is a new photo. This is probably going to be what happens at the end of this book. Might give you some more clues. She's giving this girl a hug. New York City. And there's Trixie running ahead and her dad, and he's waving goodbye to the mum. She's on the doorstep. Look, he's holding a little pink suitcase with a T on it. Do you think that's his? No, I think that's Trixie's. One morning, not so long ago, Trixie took a walk with her daddy. Starts just like the first book. But by now, Trixie really knew how to talk. Guess what? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show Amy, and then I'm gonna show Meg, and then I'm going to show Margot, and then I'm going to show Jane, and then I'm going to show Leela, and then I'm going to show Rebecca, and then I'm going to show Noah, and then I'm going to show Robbie, and then I'm going to show Tashi, and then I'm going to show Casey, and then I'm going to show Connie, and then I'm going to show Parker, and then I'm going to show Brian, and you talk and talk and talk. There she is. She's kind of almost pulling her dad over. Come on! Trixie was excited because she was taking her one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny somewhere very special. Can you guess? Where's she taking Knuffle Bunny? It's something that actually she walked past in the first book, before she got to the laundrette. Can you see that place? School. Do you remember those were the doors? She walked past them. She's taking Knuffle Bunny to school. Do you think she's going to show it to everyone in her class, like show and tell? There she is. She's going up the stairs, through the hall, into the classroom. There's her teacher. There she is coming in. Trixie couldn't wait to show Knuffle Bunny to Ms. Greengrove and all her classmates. Oh. But as her daddy was kissing her goodbye, "Goodbye, honey," Trixie saw Sonia. Dong, dong, dong. What has Sonia got in her arms? Suddenly, Trixie's one-of-a-kind Knuffle Bunny wasn't so one-of-a-kind after all. Oh no, she's realising somebody else in the world has a Knuffle Bunny. And look at her. She's got a little kind of arching eyebrow. That Knuffle Bunny looks equally bemused. Uh-oh. Look at the two of them. The morning did not go well. And here they are arguing over the name of their cuddlies. Knuffle Bunny, 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 Knuffle Bunny. Do you think the teacher enjoyed that? They're really going for it. And then the afternoon got worse. Look, what did she do? She confiscated them. Both of them feel terrible now. They're lost without their special cuddlies. Oh, and look, this picture here. Sonia is showing all the other kids her Knuffle Bunny, because she calls it Knuffle Bunny. And Trixie's feeling all left out. There they are, look, on the top shelf. But when the bell rang, Ms. Greengrove returned the Knuffle Bunnies. Oh, giving them a huge big cuddle. It was home time. And then the day got better. There she is, running off to the playground with her mum. She goes on the slide, along the walkway, on the rope. She plays in the sand pit. She gives Knuffle Bunny a push on the swing. And before she knew it, it was time to go home. She still wants to do some more playing. And there she is at home. So Trixie ate her dinner. And she devoured her dessert. And she brushed her teeth. What are her parents doing? They've got their legs up in the air and their arms out. I tell you what they're playing. Then she tried to escape Mummy and Daddy robots from the planet Snurp. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you. They have fun at home. And there they are. They're chasing her up the stairs to her bedroom. And there's her bedroom. They've just switched out the light. Click. At 1:30 bedtime, Trixie was tucked in, ready to go to sleep. And there, what I like is the clock there, which says 8:30. The hands of the clock are actually the bunny's ears. Can you see that? Sorry, it's quite hard to hold this book because it's got such wide pages. But a few hours later, Trixie realised something. She's woken up in the middle of the night. Why has she woken up? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. She marched into her mummy and daddy's room and said that she's holding it between her fingers on its very tip of its toes. That is not my bunny. What? Isn't that her bunny? Whose bunny is it then? You know what's happened, don't you? Can you see that that bunny has a little bit of a bow or ribbon on its head? Does her Knuffle Bunny have a bit of bow or ribbon on its head? Trixie's daddy tried to explain what 2:30 a.m. meant. Do you know what 2:30 a.m. means? It means it's in the middle of the night and you should be asleep. He asked, "Can we deal with this in the morning?" Can you do her face there? Look at that face. She's like, her eyes are so open. Do you think she's going to go back to bed until she's got her own Knuffle Bunny? I don't think so. And then look, I love this. It's one of my favourite pages. The dad, he's trying to smile at her and go, and then he tries to smile at his wife, hoping they can all go back to sleep. And then he looks at her and he realises there's no hope. Trixie's daddy went to the phone. And look, Trixie has then snuggled up in bed with her mum to stay safe in the meantime. But before he even made it down the stairs, the phone rang. "We have your bunny," said a man's voice on the other end. So someone has just told him they've got his bunny. Who is it? Who could it be? That's right. You know, I'm not going to say that, but you know. "Oh, yeah, well, we have yours," repeated Trixie's daddy. Can you remember what the other girl was called? Yeah, she's Sonia. So it must be Sonia's dad. She must have woken up at exactly the same time in the middle of the night and realised the same thing, that she had the wrong Knuffle Bunny. So, in the middle of the night, arrangements were made. Now look at this picture. Can you see, in the dark, in the night, they're still wearing their pyjamas and she's still wearing her nightie and the dressing gown and slippers, and they've come outside in the dark. Now, can you think of another story where there's a little girl and she goes out at night wearing her nightie and she goes to a restaurant and has some food? I think it's sausages and mash. Do you know the story I'm thinking of? She's wearing red wellies. It's because an animal has come in and eaten all the food at home. Does that ring a bell? Yep, it's the tiger who came for tea. I've always wanted, when I was a kid, I thought that was be the most amazing thing to do, to go and eat in a cafe or a restaurant and still be wearing your nightie with your coat over it. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. Trixie and her daddy rushed across the neighbourhood. Look, there they are, running through New York at night, dashing along the road until, this is such a spectacular picture. Wow. Can you see that? That is a picture of Washington Square in the centre of New York City in the middle of the night. And that really is a picture of it. Trixie's over here. Trixie did not want to be late, so she's running. And over here, neither did Sonia. Right, I'm going to zoom in there for you. Can you see? There's Sonia and her dad. And over here, we've got Trixie and her dad. Wow. It's a good picture, that. And I have to say that a bit over a year ago, I went to New York, to America for the first time. And I went and visited that Washington Ark. And I took a photo of myself there because of this book. They swapped the bunnies. An exchange was made. And the Knuffle Bunnies were back where they belonged. And look at those tight embraces. They're cuddling their bunnies with so much happiness to have them returned. Phew. Ah, now can you see the difference now? Trixie's bunny has blue inside ears and Sonia's bunny has pink inside ears. It's a very subtle difference of colour, but it's there. I was so worried about my bunny, said Sonia. Yeah, so was I, Trixie replied. That they've both got bags under their eyes. They haven't been sleeping well. They both said, I'm glad you've got your bunny back. At the exact same time. It's like King Jinx, isn't it? When you say something exactly the same time as someone else. And that's how Trixie found her first best friend. And look, then they hug each other. That's the photo, isn't it? That's on the wall at the beginning of the book. So in the first book, Trixie said her first words, and in this book, she's found her first best friend. And also, she thought she didn't like Sonia to begin in with, did she? Because she wasn't happy that she had a Knuffle Bunny as well. But now it's what's brought them together. And that's the end. And there's a chalk picture of the bunnies in the park there. Ah, but there's a little bit extra story. A little bonus. Do you know how in some movies they give you a little bit of the film at the end, like Marvel films? Well, this is an epilogue. An epilogue is an extra bonus bit of book at the end of the book. Here's the epilogue. The next morning, both Trixie and Sonia rushed to school. Now look at them. What does that dad look like? And what does Sonia's dad look like? Do they look a bit tired? I think so. But how about Trixie and Sonia? They're full of beans. They run to school. The new best friends had a lot of catching up to do. Hey, do you want to play with my Knuffle Bunny? Yeah, do you want to play with mine? The dads look like they need to go back to bed, don't they? And I find it funny because Trixie and Sonia haven't seen each other for about 3 hours. The last time they saw each other was in the middle of the night in Washington Park, but they can't wait to see each other. Isn't that sweet? And that really is the end. And we get a few more of those pictures of the pairs of bunnies. Yeah, you can see more carefully here. Can you see there? The pink and the blue and that little bow. Did you notice that when we began the book, that the two bunnies were slightly different? Yeah, he's so clever, Mo Willems. So this was book 2, and there is actually Knuffle Bunny Free, which I will read you sometime soon. I hope you're all keeping well. Bye.